job, this.
Would that I ne'er had cause to draw steel.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Oh. Then we are presented with three options. Either the law of our world that allows only one arisen has been upended, or Jesus arisen is false, or you are lying to me. Have you proof that you are arisen, as you say? Ah, they say the arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests. And I need not turn my ear to Deesa's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? I suspected as much. Then we are done here. Leave me be.
A place to quench one's thirst for knowledge, eh? I'll admit, 'tis an intriguing prospect. My master told me that the slums hide many secrets. Mayhap we ought to investigate for ourselves.
Yes, of course. I see it now.
Somewhere to be. Ever since I oughtn't to be here.
Arms for the poor. Pray.
Let me get that.
Good day, sir. Good day, sir. Is there aught I can assist you with?
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Arms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune... Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to aid me with another matter. You see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has gone missing. Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
What we need now is information. The question is where to find it.
It is as you say.
Shall we seek some answers? I can guide you to the place Arisen, or thereabouts.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
Allow me to lead the way. I should like to put my knowledge to good use.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
The pursuit of betterment is an endless journey. Why must fate be so cruel?
Any loose coin about enough to make you rich?
Mayhap I ought to be getting home.
Was I lacking in devotion?
Living's hard, but
I don't know what to do. What to do? What to do? I've no mother or father to speak of, you see. So the nice people at the Gracious Hand take care of me. I wanted to get them a present to say thank you, and I thought a bunch of flowers would be just the thing. The problem is, I can't seem to find any good ones. Do you think you could help me? All I need is a bunch of pretty flowers. For true. Thank you ever so much, Arisen. I'm sure you'll find the prettiest flowers that ever were.
Wished were always night. And I only had to sleep.
Clean and tidy? What else needs doing?
I'm tired of breaking my back for someone else.
I'm quite sure I wasn't dreaming, but ox carts don't run so late at night. Was it a phantom then? I shudder to think.
Time to be heading home.
No one's coming to my aid.
Stomach's complaining. I'll have an early supper.
Quit staring. I don't appreciate it.
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big discovery.
You don't need a permit to get into Batal. Just hide in the back of an ox cart, aye? It works. Mind, you've got to avoid the guards, but it's easy enough.
Is there aught you require?
Malcolm. All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered.
To make room for my next shipment.
None of us is guaranteed tomorrow. It's just like...
The other day, I chanced to see a most resplendent ox cart on the high road. Now, that's not so strange, but guess who I saw riding in it? Poor little Daphne. I doubted my eyes, I did, and rightly so, as it turned out to be a young boy. The resemblance was so uncanny, I mistook him for her. Gave me a right shock, let me tell you. Odd to think a young noble should so closely mirror a girl of the slums. Their faces may match, but the lives they lead are as different as night and day. Aye, 'tis a cruel world we inhabit.
A moment's prayer can do a world of good.
A moment's prayer can do a what?
This is a place of prayer. Might I beg but a moment? Is there aught I can assist you with? I am proud of my devotion, as well I should wickedness of... Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together, but I overslept, and he went without me. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those vaults. Oh no, I wasn't meant to tell anyone that.
Making our report ought to be our next priority.
Vaults, you say? By my knowledge, they were sealed off. Ah, but you mention rubble, aye? Then perhaps the lad found a way through. Come, I fear there's not a moment to lose. Pray, follow me, and quickly. I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look, there, a hole. Could he have passed through here? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks small, but we may be able to squeeze through. Let us make haste.
An ideal location for an ambush. Be on your guard that the enemy may not surprise you.
Let us proceed with caution. Eyes peeled, ears pricked. One can never have too many materials. I'll harvest some now.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early gripping gets the worm, as they say.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace, discussing a curious rumor.
Oh, did it pertain to the Queen Regent and an important personage, perchance?
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this Batali dignitary than is publicly known.
Welcome. Thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe freely at last.
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. It's just up ahead. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of secret workshop.
Truly? Perhaps we ought to take a look.
We ought not lose sight of our guide.
I suppose 'tis so.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. 'Tis a veritable treasure trove of wisdom. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, Sir Arisen? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused or mistreated. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy, someone who can appreciate its true value. Pray, tell me if you know of such an individual. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place. 'Twill be our little secret. Understood?
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you please. Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
'Tis quite the collection of tomes. I'm sure I'd be seeing stars, were I the scholarly sort.
True enough. Over here, if you please. Why are you doing this, Arisen? I must confess, naught rattles me quite so much as the unexpected snuffing of my lantern light.
I dare say that's part and parcel of the adventurous trade.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
It seems we must part ways for the time being.
I must be vigilant. The townspeople depend on me.
Well, have you found some place I might sate my scholarly curiosities? Oh, to think such a place existed. How very curious. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought to be able to find the rest of the way on my own.
There's no easy thing, making a living as a soldier. As soon as my shift's done, I'm off to the tavern.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
This should be far enough. My thanks. If you truly are Arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
Shall we report this development to Captain Brandt?
Greetings. You seek guidance, do you not? You have lost sight of your path, but I can point the way. You need only make a worthy offering in exchange. I have seen your path. May these words guide you true. You've my gratitude. If the way forward is shrouded to you, 'tis lovely to see you.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
After you, Arisen.
Why, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern. The fellow said aught about the usual place.
Mayhap the one we're here to meet intends to arrive at a different time of day.
This is the wrong time of day for what we have in mind. Best we set out again later.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup? Come back any time.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap 'twould be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. He might have knowledge that could benefit you on your travels. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. Consider it remuneration for your Majesty's efforts.
Outstanding!
That was hardly a challenge for adventurers of our caliber.
Our efforts have been rewarded. Shall we gather the materials needed to us?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, your Majesty? Are you willing to undertake this task? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray, use that time to infiltrate and uncover aught worthy of suspicion. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security, so pray, slip into the venue through whatever opening presents itself. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary if they believe you a fellow masquerader. Here, this should suffice to help you blend in. Take care, your Majesty. There is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers.
Pray, follow me.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen, while examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds. I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems, she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crownflowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermont. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope, to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that your majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. I am glad to hear it, for I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Deeza's scheme and securing your enthronement.
Over here, if you would.
I fear I've naught useful to share.
Welcome to the Star Tropic. We serve all manner of fine ales here.
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around. Where to next, Arisen? I enjoy tackling fierce foes, and methinks we've earned a brief repose. What say you, Arisen?
Welcome to the Star. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to...
Wonderful.
Come, I'll lead the way.
Well met, sir. Welcome to the Star. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Come back any time.
What a bizarre village that was. I'm still not sure what to make of it. The villagers stared at me with a bizarre intensity. Oh, surely I'm as plain as they come. 'Twas as though they were praising me somehow. The very memory sends chills up my spine.
Over here, if you please.
What brings you here?
G'day, sir.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Have you found any of the items we discussed? Perchance.
Always a pleasure.
Welcome.
Fancy again? Pray. Welcome to the stop. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I come back any time?
Can't say I have any tidings to share. There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Welcome to Bjorn's Art, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So if we hope to see you again.
While you're here, eh?
Welcome to Bjorn, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. Hope to see you again.
Orient! Fire is not its weakness, but its strength.
This calls for a curative. Let my magic grant you a mental wound.
You've been drenched. Dry off as soon as you can. I knew that I could count on your strength, Arisen.
Welcome to Bjorn's, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just many thanks. I appreciate the bit.
If memory serves, there is another place we want to visit.
Perhaps let's go there first. What say you, Arisen?
It was a glorious success.
Our combined might is beyond any foe.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it should, I'll greatly appreciate it.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treat.
We must rest, though the
Look, as long as you...
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Shall we get underway?
Come, I'll lead the way.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for? Pray, allow me to open yon chest. This is no good.
He's not forgiven me for last night's scuffle.
Am I the first to notice we've all got different vocations?
One should think we'll be able to counter whatever comes our way.
We must each of us hone our skills. A jack of all trades is a master of none.
Over here, if you would. This way, Master. Here we are. We have obtained a bunch of flowers, as Miss Daphne requested. Now we have but to deliver it to her. A full week has passed since Sir Mildred set off. I suppose 'tis time we vacated her dwelling.
This ladder can take us to new heights. Must we run everywhere? You were an impatient one, Arisen.
Good tidings, friend. How have you been keeping? As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. One might even say I enjoyed myself overmuch. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, methinks I should like to live there. And that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just as fond of this dwelling. Fond enough to purchase it from me? I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you cheap as I can afford. Well, friend, what say you? Much obliged, friend. I hope you're as pleased with our deal as I am. This little dwelling's all yours now. Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope you'll be happy here, friend. Farewell.
Master, I've naught more to say. Pressing me further shan't change that. Where to next, Arisen? I'm...
Got to focus. My head will roll if aught goes awry.
Lots to do. And precious little time.
Clean and tidy. What else needs doing?
We've arrived, just as planned.
Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Oh, just look at them. They're the most beautiful flowers I've ever seen. These should brighten the sisters' days. Say, would you mind terribly if I asked you another favor? See, one of my friends taught me a magic spell. It's supposed to let you meet whomever you like. All you have to do is find a silver stone, put it under your pillow, and say the magic words. But there's the problem. I've been looking all over for such a stone, and I can't find one anywhere. Would you find a silver stone and bring it to me, Arisen? For true. I knew I could count on you, Arisen. I'll be waiting.
Our next mission is to acquire a silver stone. Mayhap silver ore will serve. We can purchase it, or mine it up ourselves.
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you... Oh, just look how it shines. Thank you ever so much. Say, aren't you curious who I want to meet? Well, I'll tell you. My mother and father. I don't even know what they look like, you know. Not to say I'm unhappy at the Gracious Hand, of course. But I'd really like to meet them, even just once. I want to tell them how grateful I am that they gave me life. Oh, it's so shiny. Oh, hi, Arisen. You'll help me again if I need it, won't you? Please say yes.
Miss Daphne seemed pleased with our efforts. Mayhap we ought to pay her another visit sometime soon.
There's no great shock to me.
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sort of sense. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet e'er since he came here, he's only gotten worse.
I understand how you must feel. But you must see that your son's health continues to wane. There is no medicine that can heal him outright. He requires proper treatment. I am caring for him as best I can. I beg only for your patience. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, perhaps you would care to take him home with you instead. Mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery. Of course, I would be sure to visit him as oft as I am able.
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray bring my son back to health.
I will look after him. I swear it.
I know. It's a secret, right? Don't worry. I won't tell anyone about the old man.
Ne'er in my wildest dreams could I have imagined 'twould be the magistrate you called here. Not that I'm complaining. Pray, feel at liberty to come and go as you please.
Always good for a laugh.
Sir, ought you not be in... Ah, forgive me. You're not a patient, are you? I suppose you must be a visitor. 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Eleanor. I have the privilege of serving as abbess here. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, but I'm in the middle of making my rounds of the patients. Not to mention, I have to find the means to procure more medicinal ingredients. Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to brave the roads, would you? I know 'tis perilous, but there is one ingredient in particular we cannot afford to run out of. You would procure it yourself? I am grateful beyond words, sir. In that case, might I trouble you to bring me some miasmite? The slums are a bane to the body's humors, and its residents are oft prone to illness. We do what we can with what little we have, but we're always short on helping hands. Your aid is most appreciated, sir. May your search prove fruitful.
Tellers, miasmite can be harvested from phantoms, monsters that wander the world a night.
Ah, yeah.
Yes, sir. Ah, forgive me. If that's not the case, you will have to...
What are you doing? We've not been given leave to rest yet.
I'm well aware of that, thank you. We would be ill-advised to proceed without light.
With the aid of Sir Kendrick and his helper in locating certain documents, I believe I finally grasped the true nature of this place. 'Twas a royal library that was sealed off by a sovereign of some generations past. In a bid to pass the throne on to his own descendants, this sovereign attempted to consign our kingdom's histories to oblivion. Alas, 'twould seem that, no matter the age, the avarice of those in power is all but guaranteed. Yet 'tis clear it serves them not. Almost laughably so. The sovereign's line ultimately fell to ruin, and now this library, so laboriously sealed, has been discovered. What can we learn from this? Those who make light of history are doomed to be crushed under its heel. Fine timing, sir. Fine timing indeed. I've need of your services, you see. My time in that tenebrous jail has only hastened the deterioration of my eyesight. I stare at the page, but the letters stubbornly refuse to take shape. Yet these old eyes might serve some use if only I could wear the spectacles I had specially made. Alas, they were confiscated at the time of my imprisonment. As I recall, prisoners' possessions are held within the palace storeroom. 'Tis a place to which few have lawful access, as I'm sure you can imagine. Though, as I hear it, masquerades are being held of late. Masquerades with a great many attendees, if you catch my meaning. Should you happen to enter the venue, mayhap you would find an opportunity to liberate my poor spectacles. What say you? Would you consider doing an old man a favor? I am in your debt. With those spectacles in hand, I might actually get through one of my tomes. Pray, infiltrate the venue and find the storeroom. You are my only hope.